band people, quiet,
jock,
emo,
theater people,
artsy,
popular,
hipster,
geeks.
You're such a nerd.
I absolutely think stereotypes and labels are an issue today. As a person who might have a funny talking voice from Revere, I think I get labeled all the time. I think people think that I'm dumb, that I'm stupid, because I have an urban accent. And I don't think I'm either one of those things.
In American society, we still have a problem with it because women are still labeled in a certain manner if they do something. Guys are labeled in a certain manner if they do. For instance, boys will be boys. And women, girls always have to be above the fray.
People are always so quick to judge whether they know the person's situation or not, and that creates labels and lead to bullying and other issues that happen a lot today.
Now I'm guilt-stricken, sobbing with my head on the floor, stopping baby's breath.
I think in some ways, actually, they've changed for positive. Nowadays, I think it's kind of a nice thing to be a geek. When I was a kid, it wasn't, cool to be a geek. You'd get beat up.
I think stereotypes have been around. I think maybe some of the categories have changed a bit, but I think it's still
Actually, I think there was more equality when I was in school, and with male and female, much more equality. And the expectation was we were going to do things together in an equal manner. As time went on, I think the biggest change took place in the mid-'80s. All of a sudden, it started to switch back, where women were looked at more as objects.
She was touching her face.
I think it's a huge part nowadays. Back when I was in high school, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't even have computers. There was no internet, there was no Facebook. Back then, stereotypes and rumors had to be spread. The word almost like that phone game we played like in 4th grade. Nowadays, everyone has access to the internet, cell phones, iPhones, all that stuff, and things can kind of run rampant.
People know everything about everyone so fast, and it's hard to tell the tone that they're talking about just by reading a message, so it can be misinterpreted so easily.
And we don't even realize that some of the information we're getting is false. We just think, oh, it's on the internet, it's right. Over the summer, I think that Morgan Freeman died 10 times and Justin Bieber died or something. And it's just everything's so fast, you don't have a chance to really think about the information you just received.
And I won't be held responsible. She fell in love in a first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that God says we were feeling crushed.
I think that the themes are relevant today. I think that more of the overlying themes of being judged and kind of put away from society, if you do something that other people deem inappropriate or not acceptable, you're kind of casted out.
In American literature, she's our first American heroine, named Hester Prynne. Think about this. Everybody that we build up, we want to tear down and then rebuild them again. Because that's what America generally does with its heroes or heroines.
And in this book, the premise was, even though Hester Prynne is, she's ostracized by the community and put on the outskirts, in the end, Pearl kind of ends up doing okay. Pearl's the product of a single parent and ostracized by the community. She's a little wild and crazy. But in the end of the book, when she's heading off to Europe, the implication is that she's pretty happy. And that's interesting to see that from kind of the bad things, that something good and positive can happen.
You, with your words like knives and swords and weapons that you use against me, you have knocked me off my feet again, got me feeling like a nothing. You, with your voice like nails on a chalkboard.